This is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We're here at the Raw Spirit Festival here in Prescott, Arizona. A very special treat for you today. We're going to teach you all about dates. So most people know dates in their, bulk section of their Whole Foods or health food store. You can get the Medjool dates. But did you know that there are over, 900 varieties of dates? And you just get one. So let's go over to Flying Disc Ranch. They have a booth here, and we're going to talk to them and learn more about the different varieties of dates and how you could get some of the best dates ever from the Flying Disc Ranch. All right, so we're going to check out the date booth here. This is one of my favorite booths. This has a real food. And are dates fresh or a dried fruit?
Well, they're actually not a dried fruit, John. They're a cross between a fruit and a grain because date palms are the second largest species of grass. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, fruit, grain. But
right.
Yeah, they're not really, they are dried on the tree, so they're never processed. This is exactly how we harvest them. So they're field run, that's what we call it. We just go out to the palms September through November and harvest them right into these boxes. This is just what they look like. So.
Cool. So I see you have many varieties here, and like most people may know like this variety, because this is a variety that's commonly available called the Medjool date.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Medjool dates are just not so good. They're just so common.
Right.
But you have these amazing dates: Barhi, Dairy, Zahidi, Kodrari, Amber. Is that Siri?
Sireh, yeah.
Sireh. Yeah. So tell me about the Sireh dates here.
The Sireh date is kind of special. It tastes someone said they picked up orange or cinnamon today. It's a seedling variety. So basically, the seed dropped and Robert let it grow, and 7 or 8 years later, he discovered this date. And since it's his own date, not from an offshoot, he named it after his children. So it's Kalima, Ian, Ray, and Eric. So it's unique to our farm, and a lot of date farmers in our area have dates like that, where you just let the seed grow, and then, if you get a female date and it gets pollinated, then you might get a great date. The reason people grow so many Medjools or dairies or other dates is that it's very unpredictable. So you can't, let a million trees grow up like that, because you might get qualities that are just okay, but not really, a delicious, delectable date like the Sireh.
So the Sireh is a totally new variety.
I mean, it's been around for several years now, but
I mean,
yes.
only Robert grows it there because
at this point,
yeah, right.
Yes.
Sure.
And it's got this great foxy red color, and it's just people definitely like the unique varieties. I mean, there are thousands of varieties available in the world.
Oh, I know. And most people only get Medjools.
Right. In Iraq, at last count, they grow about 952 different dates. So.
Wow. So tell me about the Kodrari dates.
Kodrari date is one of my all-time favorites. It tastes just like a caramel. I always say it would not be out of place in a candy box, like a box of chocolates, because it just has that rich kind of caramelly flavor. It's a strong flavored date, complex.
And I see you're almost sold out of the amber dates here.
That's right. I only had a box of those, even though I'm sure there are more coming, but we're still harvesting. They're, another one that tastes kind of caramelly. Nice shape. Interesting date. There's a diverse world. Let's see. The Barhi has been very popular here. Some people would say it's like a cloud of caramel. And it's a very soft date, and you don't see it very often in supermarkets or anywhere because they're so fragile. You can't ship them across the U.S.
Yeah, they ferment really fast.
They do. They can. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
The most fragile.
And how about the dairies? They have a nice color, purplish color.
This is one of my all-time favorites because it's not as rich and overwhelming as the Medjool, but it has this amazing flavor. And some people say it's the chocolate date. It kind of has hints of chocolate and vanilla. And it's got this great purple color, purple dark color. And then the other kind of favorite is Zahidi. It's a drier date, not as sweet. I always give this to people who say they don't like dates. They usually will think this one's all right, and it's kind of known for its buttery taste.
So tell me about these dates on a stick.
Yes.
What's going on with those? Most people have never seen those before.
No, and unfortunately at the end of the day, so I don't have the best examples, but these are just beautiful and they're full. They kind of spiral out, and so loose like this, they're great. They're kind of like popcorn. They taste sort of like, oh, there you go, that's a good example. An apple persimmon, like a hard persimmon, coconut, sugar cane,
So are these dates ripe or unripe, and you eat them like this, or how does that exactly work?
They're technically unripe, but they're the type of date you can eat both ripe and unripe. And in other countries, they've got like 20 or more varieties that you can eat this way. But here, if you tried eating a medjool or a dairy unripe, it would be completely astringent, inedible. So it's unique in that you can eat it both ways, and it's palatable. It's interesting flavor. It kind of has a honey taste. But it's an acquired taste. Sometimes people try it and then they like it like a week later if they want it. But the first time it's a little like, huh, what is it? And then you kind of get a taste for it. But,
yeah, so I personally like them, and you can kind of see these ones on this side are not ripe, and then if you look at that one, it's turning in color.
yeah.
And that's when they really get good. So tell us, will all the dates that look like this, will they always ripen up, or will they sometimes just not ripen up like this and start turning in colors?
For the most part, if you get them in the middle of the season, like by mid-September, late September, they will ripen on your countertop or in your fridge. I know some people, they hit them with a little hammer to coax ripening. So if you put them in the fridge or kind of beat them up a little bit, move them around, they tend to ripen, but we don't guarantee it. So we say if you want ripe dates, buy the ripe barries or buy the yellow barries. There are plenty of people who only like the firm yellow barries, or people who like them half and half who do try and, yeah.
Yeah, they're not as sweet, right, when they're right.
No, but they can be. I mean, they have a little bit of an astringency, but if you like a nice firm apple, it's similar. And they're absolutely gorgeous when they're all full on the stem, and so they make great centerpieces. And I guarantee if you have one in your house, one of your friends will love it, and then everyone else might think it's kind of crazy, but someone will really like it. It's kind of like 1 in 10.
Cool. So tell me about the dates and when they're in the when they're in season. You know, when do they harvest the dates? So when do I know that they're fresh? Like if I buy them.
Well, I mean, I recommend buying them at farmers markets where you can actually have a relationship with the farmer, because if you buy them at a store, I mean, they're so hardy that they last year after year. So plenty of the big date companies, they'll have promotions around this time to try and offload their last year's dates. But if you know us and you trust us, or you come see the farm, basically the harvest season is just like apples or nuts, September, October, November, it's the fall. And so we work on the trees all year round, but the harvest is only in the fall. So if you buy them from me during the fall, I can tell you they were just picked. These were just picked within the last week or 2 or 3. So the timing on this was perfect.
Great. I always say freshest is bestest, and these dates are just simply amazing.
Thank you, John.
So would you like to add anything else about dates that my viewers should know?
Eat your greens. You know, if you're going to eat lots of sweets, you got to eat lots of greens. So someday I'd love to have 20 varieties of dates and 20 varieties of greens right side by side. So.
You could make date rolls. All you do is you take greens and roll pitted dates inside it and then eat them. It's
yes.
a great way to eat your dates.
I have to say they're good with avocado too.
Good with, oh, I never tried that.
Delicious.
So can people mail order from you, and do you guys ship your dates? Say somebody doesn't come to the farmer's market, they don't live in California, can they get your dates in Missouri?
Yes.
And how would they do that?
They would just email us or download our order form off the website. We are kind of old-fashioned, so we ask you to just print up the mail order and then send us a check. But it's worth it. We just don't like plastic. Plastic, sea turtles, it's no good. So just send me a letter or email me for more information, and I'd be happy to help. I do the mail order, so you'll be dealing with me, Christina.
And how do they contact you? What's the website, and is there a phone number for the ranch?
Yes, it's www.flyingdiscranch, like a frisbee, so Flying Disc Ranch, D-I-S-C. And then our phone number is 760-399-5313. And yeah, we'd love to talk with you, so just give us a call or send us an email.
So I hope you've enjoyed learning about dates today. And once again, this is the Flying Disc Ranch. You can contact them through the basically their website or the phone number mentioned. And once again, this is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time.